Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the top 10 AI coins by market cap. We're going to start with Bitensor at number 1, followed by Near, ICP, Render, Filecoin, Fetch, IP, INJ, Virtual, and then we'll end it with the Graph at number 10. Let's get straight into it. Tau against USD. So Tau, in my opinion, is completing a very, very, very high quality ABCDE. This is a very, 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 very high quality. So what I mean by that is that this is A up B down C up D E. We're gonna explode. More likely than not, we're gonna be going towards 1,800 bucks. So this was a target which we have just acquired for Bitensor, and I think Bitensor is gonna go bananas towards 1,008. Right now we're only at 400 bucks, 400 to 1,008. So yeah, I'm not too sure, but I feel like we're out of the wave E. We might do something like this, right? We might consolidate here a little bit longer, and this will be great if that does happen. And then yeah, that's it. We can make an entry towards 1,008 for Bitensor. However, should we break higher? Yeah, you have to wait for the retrace. And this whole thing is gonna look like an ascending triangle if and when this happens. So I'm feeling pretty good about Bitensor. I think we're going to 1,008. So yeah, that's Tau for you. I think it's gonna look very, very good in the near future. Near against USD. Here we are for Near. Near still under the skinny pink line. I think that Near still has some work to do before the blast off comes in. All right. The expectation is for Near to also complete a very nice ABCDE. But it's going to take some time first before the big break comes. I suspect this could be like 2027, 2028. So don't worry if anybody were to tell you, oh, you're going to miss out on these or you're going to miss out. Yeah, no, you're not going to miss out much. In my opinion, I think there will still be opportunities across the board for all categories. Sure, Bitensor has a very nice chart pattern, but in my opinion, I think Near is also forming something pretty high quality. So even if it were to drop, I think this is also good, positive, right? But of course, as long as you don't take out these lows, this is positive. I view this as positive. Should we drop lower? And one thing you want to take note is that Near actually failed to take out these highs. It failed to take out these highs. Right now, there's a rally, but this is a very weak rally. We might take out this one or even this one. But the most important one is we have to take out, these two highs. Because if you're getting lower highs, this means that the trend is still largely bearish. Right? Lower low, lower low, lower low. So you see this lower low, right? Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Yeah, so the trend is still bearish in that sense. So for Near, it's still bearish. So I am still leaning towards Near, dropping back under $1.30, taking out this sell cluster. I mean, of course, we could be surprised by, let's say, for example, Near forms and inverse head and shoulders over here. Then we will be open to the possibility of Near breaking above the skinny pink line, maybe getting another inverse head and shoulders over here. This will be fantastic from a bullish perspective. But we don't see it yet. We're still seeing lower highs. So yeah, we're going to have to, wait for more clarity. Internet computer ICP against USD is also down, just like Near. We're anticipating these lows to be taken out. Again, we're also getting lower highs. Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, right? You can see that, yeah, we're still in a falling channel. Largely still in a falling channel, right? We're still under the skinny incline. So the trend is still largely bearish for ICP. I think ICP is going to drop back under 360, 365, I would say. So I think that's, yeah, there's still more downside to come for ICP, right? ICP will probably go back under 350. But should it go back under 350, I think this will be a fantastic opportunity for a potential, long, I would say, right? We might just do something like this and then bam, we start blasting off. And then maybe we go to 100 bucks. Yeah, but anyway, we will cross the bridge when the time comes. Things are still very bearish right now, so more downside for ICP. Render, same freaking thing. It's still pretty bearish to me. So lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. We failed to break above the skinny pink line. Even if you were to go higher, I suspect we could be getting a descending triangle as we drop lower. So yeah, I mean, this could be a triple bottom as we go higher, right? For sure, getting an inverse head and shoulders over here. Sure, but we need to see this happen. We need to break above the skinny pink line. This needs to happen. We need to see it happen first. So until that happens, yeah, we're under the skinny pink line. So we remain with our bearish bias for render. Filecoin against USD. Here we are for Filecoin. Still in a downward trend. Lower highs. Still lower highs. Lower lows. Oh my god. So should we again rally here? Get an inverse head and shoulders. Then we'll be open to the possibility of a bullish reversal. Right, but until that happens, yeah, I still, so we can't really tell from here. We could still be getting another lower low. So you see, we're still in a bearish trend for Filecoin, so stay freaking safe. Fetch against USD. Here we are for Fetch. Fetch is it's just marking around here and there. So, is this a bullish reversal? I don't know. If we consolidate it here a little bit, then yeah, maybe this could become like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? An impulsive 5-wave move. But we're under the skinny pink line. I'm still bias bearish for Fetch. I think Fetch could still hit lower, but yeah, there's still uncertainty, so we're not going to be doing anything for Fetch at the moment. IP against USD is flipping bullish in my opinion. So if you look at IP, we previously had a target towards the downside, right? There was a very high quality head and shoulders over here. Left shoulder, head. We completed a right shoulder. Bam! We dropped lower. We hit 263. And now we're up. So my guess is 1 with 1, right? With 2, with 3, I think we're getting a wave 4, and then we get a wave 5. After that, I think we're going to be coming back down for a wave C, right? I'm always expecting an A, B, C, D, E kind of a chart pattern for Story Network. I still think that's, even if we were to rally to complete a wave 5, I still think we're going to drop lower. So, yeah, as it stands, I still do not have any clear tradable chart pattern, right? You might argue this was asymmetrical, but yeah, again, tradability is just not really that obvious, so we're not going to be doing anything for IP. Injective is pretty bearish in my opinion. So the reason why I would say Injective is still bearish is because we're under the skinny pink line. 1, we are still forming lower highs, right? We didn't even take out these highs. We could, but this would be potentially going above the skinny pink line. Right. Could we squeeze here and just break out from here? Yeah, sure, of course, for sure. But excuse me. But I suspect more likely than not, we're getting a descending. Right. Bearish case is we get a descending, we drop lower. Bullish case is we get an ascending instead of a descending, and after that we go higher. Right, so it depends upon the wheels. If we see bullish development, of course we flip bullish, but we're still under the skinny pink line, so we're anticipating more downside for Injective. Virtual is also fairly new, just like IP. Looking at Virtual, okay, let's look at Maxi. This is where Virtual is at the moment. Anything for us to work with? I would assume that 5 waves is already in, right? Maybe see, yeah. So this could be a wave C in the making, potentially. Again, we're not too sure. We're hopeful though that there could be something for virtuals, right? Something like this. It'll be fantastic, but we have to drop first. Right? There has to be a drop first. Even if we were to rally, I still think that eventually we're going to come back down. But from a trading standpoint, yeah, it's just not really that clear, right? Because already 5 waves up. So to me, right, I think it's better that we come back down. Complete the C first, get a DE, and then by 2026 January, bananas for virtuals. The graph, GRT against USD. Here we are for the graph. Anything for us to work with? No. Have we taken out these lows? Yes. Could we still take out these lows? Yes. The graph is just all over the place. And yeah, again, this whole thing could be a very nice squeeze. We're not too sure though for GRT. So yeah, we're gonna leave it as it is. Alright, boys and girls, hope you guys have a great day ahead of you. See you in the next one. Ta-ta!